Continuing the Humble Rich series, Humble Rich Part 4 is here. Let's get into it. I'm thankful for another opportunity to wake up, breathe deeply, open my eyes, and realize that my story is still being written. Humble Rich. I'm grateful that every chapter didn't look like I expected, because some of the greatest blessings were hidden inside the pages I wanted to skip. Humble Rich. I'm rich in experience, because life has taught me lessons no classroom, title, or degree could ever completely explain. Humble rich. I'm rich in wisdom because I've learned that everybody who walks beside you isn't necessarily walking towards the same destination. Humble rich. I'm rich in discernment because I no longer confuse attention with appreciation, popularity with purpose, or possession with prosperity. Humble rich. I'm rich in peace because I've discovered that protecting my peace is something more valuable than proving my point. Humble rich. I'm rich in faith because even when I cannot see the entire staircase, I can still take the next step. Humble rich. I'm rich in gratitude because I have learned to appreciate what I have while continuing to work towards what I'm becoming. Humble rich. I'm rich in resilience because every setback tried to introduce me to a version of myself that refused to stay down. Humble rich. I'm rich in determination because I know the difference between being tired and being finished. Humble rich. I'm rich in discipline because dreams without discipline are simply beautiful ideas waiting for somebody to do the work. Humble rich. I'm rich in leadership because I understand the real leadership isn't about being above people. It's about being responsible for people. Humble rich. I'm rich in manhood because I continue learning what it means to carry responsibility, protecting my principles, and stand accountable for my choices. Humble rich. I'm rich in fatherhood because being a father is not simply a title, it is a lifetime responsibility to love, teach, guide, protect, and leave something meaningful behind. Humble rich. I'm rich in brotherhood because genuine brothers don't just celebrate your victories, they sharpen you, challenge you, correct you, and stand with you when the lights go out. Humble rich. I'm rich in family because legacy means nothing if you built an empire and forget the people who gave your life meaning. Humble rich. I'm rich in authenticity because I no longer need permission to be the man I was created to become. Humble rich. I'm rich in individuality because there is only one Jay Hewlett, and I have no desire to spend my life trying to duplicate somebody else's blueprint. Humble rich. I'm rich in style because fashion has always been more than clothing to me. It is confidence, creativity, expression, and the presence. Humble rich. I'm rich in desire fragrance because sometimes the signature you leave behind isn't what people saw, but what they remembered. Humble rich. I'm rich in Diani wines because I see more than a bottle. I see vision, craftsmanship, family, celebration, and legacy poured into every glass. Humble rich. I'm rich in creativity because my mind refuses to sit still when there are still ideas waiting to become reality. Humble rich. I'm rich in words because my pen has become one of the greatest extensions of my voice. Humble Rich. I'm rich as a best-selling author because every book represents more than pages. It represents imagination, discipline, vulnerability, and the courage to put my thoughts into the world. Humble Rich. I'm rich in community because leadership means nothing if your success cannot inspire somebody else to believe they can rise too. Humble Rich. I'm rich in service because the greatest accomplishment isn't always what you accumulate, but what you contribute. Humble Rich. I'm rich in legacy because I'm not simply building for today's applause, I'm building for tomorrow's testimony. Humble Rich. I'm rich in vision because I can see beyond the current circumstances and imagine what can exist when preparation meets opportunity. Humble Rich. I'm rich in ambition, but I'm even richer in humility because I never want success to become so loud that gratitude can no longer be heard. Humble Rich. I'm rich in standards because I refuse to lower my principles just to gain access to rooms that were never designed for my purpose. Humble Rich. I'm rich in boundaries because everybody does not deserve unlimited access to my energy, my time, my vision, or my peace. Humble Rich. I'm rich in standing on my square because I know who I am, what I represent, what I believe, and what I refuse to compromise. Humble Rich. I'm rich in accountability because I can celebrate my victories without being afraid to admit where I still have work to do. Humble Rich. Rich in spirit, rich in health, rich in manhood, rich in fatherhood, rich in brotherhood, rich in authenticity, rich in family, rich in leadership, rich in creativity, rich in fashion, rich in desired fragrances, rich in Diani wines, rich in words, rich in purpose, rich in legacy, rich in humility, rich in gratitude, rich in standing on my square. I may not have everything, but I have everything that makes me who I am. Again, I may not have everything, but I have everything that makes me who I am. And that, my friends, is a different kind of wealth. Humble Rich. Humble Rich 4 is here to stay. The Humble Rich story keeps going. The Humble Rich series keeps going. Humble Rich 4 is here. Hewlett 1331.